What's up, party people? Coming at you from the beautiful land of New Jersey. Look at it. Alright, what's up, everybody? Boots are on the ground in Havana, Cuba. Just walked out of the airport, and in this airport parking lot, I've seen probably more pre-1960 Chevys than I have in my entire life, and it is awesome. So I'm gonna figure out how to get into the city from the airport now on the cheap. Alright, I took a bus from the airport, around the airport, to around this Plaza de la Revolucion or something. Trying to find a place to chill for the night, mostly so I can put down some of my bags and then walk around without having to worry about all my stuff and get out of my plain khakis and collared shirt. So yeah. So this is interesting. I've been walking for a while now and I haven't seen any stores. So generally, when you talk about first and third world countries, a first world country is a developed country, you know, like the States, Western Europe, whatever. And a third world country is a less developed, more developing country. But historically, a first world country is a country that had its views aligned with the US in the Cold War, like capitalism, not communism. And then a third world country was a country whose views were aligned with the Soviet Union. And so Cuba is a third world country in both ways. It is certainly a developing country, and it is definitely still a communist. So that's just interesting to know, I guess. Recognize that guy. Alright, what's up? I just thought I would answer some of the questions I had before I was here. Questions about getting here in general. I thought Americans couldn't go, I heard they can go now, embargo this, embargo that, I don't know. So, until about a year ago-ish, right now it's March 2017, so this info may change in the future, whatever. But yeah, until about a year ago-ish, American airlines, not the airline American Airlines, but airlines that are American, could not fly from the US to Cuba, to Havana. And now they can, that's what changed. But Americans previously were only allowed to go to Cuba if they qualified for one of 12 reasons, being I don't know, visiting a family member or doing research or, I said journalism, that's the reason I'm here for, but, and what changed about a year ago was that airlines are now allowed to fly from the United States to Havana. That's why previously you had to go through Canada or Mexico or however else you want to come. So you book a flight from the US to Havana. Mine was coming from Newark in New Jersey. And also a thing worth noting is I came on employee classes, standby, and it is, doable with those. That's another thing I was kind of curious about. So you have to have, not booked, but scheduled a date of return. You can't just be immigrating here, not that you would do that. So you schedule your flight, and then through the airline, you're going to be taken through the process of the 12 reasons to come to Cuba. Technically, you have to be here for one of those reasons, but from what I've read and heard, it doesn't really matter. That's what I'm hoping on, because I'm not actually a journalist. And then when you get to the airport, at the check-in desk at the gate, you're gonna have to get a Cuban tourist visa. It's I'd bet that's around like $25. That's if you go through Canada or Mexico. If you go through the US, it depends on your airline. For United Airlines, it's $75. For other airlines, it's more or less 75, kind of in the middle. I saw as low as $50, as high as 110. I'm sure this is all subject to change with time and whatnot too. And then you just get on the plane and you're in Cuba. It's a lot easier than I thought, but there is still an embargo. That's a real thing. Alright, yeah, and another thing worth mentioning is money. As of now, American cards do not work in Cuba, like credit cards, debit cards, whatever. I've seen other tourists from other places using ATMs, but it doesn't work with your regular American Visa debit card, I think. So I came down with just cash. I converted in the States. I converted it to Canadian dollars because I heard you get a better rate. Turning Canadian to CUC, the Colombian exchangeable convertible peso, which is tied to the dollar. So $1 equals that, even though you can't really change the dollar for it. You can, but it's the worst rate I've heard. I ended up turning $355 into 316 CUC, so pretty terrible rate. I don't know if going to the Canadian in the middle helped or not. I'm not sure how much I would have gotten if I just tried to exchange straight up 350 US into Cuban. Did I say Colombian earlier? I meant Cuban. Anyways, that is a bit of on the map. If I went up the stairs, I'd find like a cool like castle battle station sort of thing, but I'm really just at the end. There's a fence there and I'm surrounded by trash and it's nasty. Alright, another thing about the money, they have two currencies here. The one is CUC, the Cuban exchangeable peso or convertible peso or something. It's pinned on the dollar, so one CUC is the same value as one US dollar, even though it's kind of tricky to exchange them. And they have the CUP, the Colombian peso, the Cuban peso, crap, I keep saying that, pesos cubanos or whatever, and about 24 point something Cuban pesos is equal to one CUC. The locals use the pesos cubanos and the tourists get the convertible ones. Then you can change them at like a bank or something. I was afraid that all the classic cars, like the 50s Chevys and all the sick cars, they were just kind of a myth, or maybe just like a tourist attraction. But like, no, they're totally a thing. Like, they're super common. Like, they're just as common as like other cars. It's you got three classes of cars that are just as common. It seems like kind of like newer than really old, like Asian cars, and you've got the Russian cars, and you've got the American cars, and the Russian and the American cars are all really old. It's awesome. And they've got a whole bunch of these Soviet Ladas, also the UAZ Jeep things, and some other Soviet vehicles like Kamaz trucks. So there's not really internet. Like, I've read there is, but to find the internet, like, you have to really look for it, and it's kind of tricky. It's not really an abundant thing like it is everywhere else, which is kind of nice. It's totally different, but it also makes traveling alone a little bit more lonely, because you can't like take pictures of cool shit and send it to your friends. But yeah, no internet. It's kind of cool. Yeah, so the University of Havana, or Universidad de Havana, however they say it, is I mean, for one, it's really beautiful and really cool, but the library there has 200 computers and none of them have internet, and that is like the premier university in the country. Yeah, Cuba is awesome. I love it. The best way to describe it is I got on a plane in New York, and then I got off the plane in 1965. It's